Hello, guys. This is my album review of "Give Me Convenience" or "Give Me Death" by the Dead Kennedys. Now, this album was put together and recorded in 1987, and it is an alt rock album. And it shows hints of like kind of punk rock, but I wouldn't really call it punk rock. But it kind of shows like hints of that, if that makes sense. So just a few things about I noticed about this album is it with the guitar, it's like crunchy, the crunchy kind of distorted guitar. Um which honestly that's kind of why I said it's kind of, punky, but I don't think it's punk rock. Um and then the vocals, they this is kind of like a characteristic I think of the Dead Kennedys, but they have a lot of rhythm. Um and feeling. If I think anyone who's listened would know what I mean by rhythm. Um, and the drums, they're in like 2/4 time, if that makes any sense. They're like, which like it honestly it kind of adds like a surf rock feeling, and if that makes any sense. So yeah. As for like the bass, it kind of just follows the melody, so it's nothing that special. Um, but as like for each instrumental part, I think that's really about it. As for like the message of the album overall, I think a common theme is like it's very political, and I think the message is kind of centered around like rebellion. Um, you can kind of see this like political message in like the album cover. You see what looks to be like a man's head who I don't know. He seems to be pretty happy. I don't know. I mean, he is wrapped in barbed wire, but he is standing over dead bodies. Um, he looks like a rich man over standing over dead bodies. So I think like that kind of fits that overall message you see in a lot of songs. You know. So like the tempo is very upbeat and fast, and I think that fits that kind of rebellious message. And one thing I did not like about the album, and I'll say this with confidence, is the messy sound and the um, not pleasant mic quality, which is something I saw in I'm gonna make a connection here. The Pixies album Doolittle, which had the singer had bad mic quality, but in this album the singer had good mic quality. Um, but the other instruments didn't for this album, which was a little bit unpleasant for me. So yeah. So overall, I would rate this album a 7 out of 10. Reason it's not higher, again, is because the one thing I don't like about it, it's like the bad mic quality and the messy sound. And I know it might not be for everyone. Probably not for me, but that's my take on it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Shout out to Hunter and TJ.